A letter from the state's public health director discouraging testing for most patients, and it is also telling providers to reuse personal protective equipment and to find alternate protection if it's all gone. Tonight's silence from the governor's office and county health leaders a day after shocking statements revealing the worst of COVID-19 is still to come in Arizona. Tonight, ABC 15 reporter NICOLE GRIGG joining us live in Phoenix with many of the questions you have all been asking.
And Steve, we've been pushing for answers like what cities are these cases in, including the deaths, but we're learning that no one is tracking this information. It's a fight for facts, as we're learning there will be a surge of patients to come. No one speaking today, a day after the state's top public health director said they're tracking models that predict cases and deaths.
My team has, I don't know those off the top of my head, but they are looking, and depending on, that's one of the things that we're taking into account is as we look, we don't want to potentially shut down too early because you could then have to do it again and again.
Dr. Kara Christ never got the chance to explain the data as she was cut off from the governor on Wednesday. Today, her staff saying they're using multiple models, national and international, for Arizona. Will Humble, Arizona's former top public health director.
You know, the thing about models is it's only as good as the input and assumptions that you make.
We've heard nothing publicly from Maricopa County for 10 days. We've been asking for more on the deaths and what cities are the cases, but they say they aren't tracking that information. They won't even give us info on 2 positive cases under the age of 17, if it's a baby, infant, toddler, or teen, or if they're hospitalized.
Those are judgment calls, and those judgment calls are being made by elected and appointed folks. I could talk about how I looked at it when I was in my job, and people, every personality has a different way of answering the question, what is reasonable?
As for mayors in cities who lost their ability this week to make decisions for their own cities without going through the governor, they say they have daily calls with his office, but he's not there.
Every day, mayors convene on a conference call with staff from the governor's office. We're not speaking directly to the governor, but with his staff. Senator Kirsten Sinema also regularly convenes mayors, and she is on those calls herself. So we do have a chance to share resources and intelligence about what's happening in the community, as well as talk about next steps.
And we do know that the governor was on a video conference today with the president and vice president. As for those restrictions, Flagstaff's mayor moving forward with restrictions, closing more businesses tonight, including hair salons and other services similar to that. That starts tonight at 8. Reporting live in Phoenix, NICOLE GRIGG, ABC 15, Arizona.